Oh, welcome to the channel, everyone. This is the NeedleBugg, and my name is Karen, and I'm so glad to have you here today. If you are a new subscriber, and wow, there have been quite a few new subscribers here of late, welcome, and I am so glad you have clicked on the channel and given us a chance. So welcome, I am so glad to have you here. And to all my subscribers that have been hanging around with me for quite some time, welcome. I am just so glad you are all back and we can spend some time stitching together. So today I'm trying something different. Okay, is that a surprise? Seriously, did you not expect that to be the case? It is so frequently the case. I kind of, sort of, no, kind of fell down a bit of a rabbit hole. Um, I was working on the Hardanger doily that you guys, well, those of you that have been here a while know that I have started and have adjusted and have been working on and off for a period of time. So let's give you a little gander at where it's at. I don't know if I can't show it up in that camera because it won't, yeah, it won't, it just won't. So let me see if I can, oops. Let me see if I can, oh, sometimes, here we go. Let me zoom you out so that you can maybe get a look at where it's at. It's a little hard to see because it's white on white, but hopefully that gives you an idea of how far I am. And maybe if I turn this light on, well, that's not much better, but for the moment it will do. What I'm looking at is to do some different filling stitches in these areas, rather than the ones that they are suggesting, because I don't know how to do all the ones that they're suggesting. So I went on a mission to find some other stitches to put in there. Well, then I came across a style of embroidery, which I guess it's new to me in a sense that I did not know what it was called. Not new to me in the fact that I have seen it before. So let me show you what I am working on today. So I'm doing a practice piece, and I want to put this design in here. So that is what I would stitch today while we sit and have a bit of a chat. So that's probably, well, we'll see how far I get. But is that not awesome? Is that not beautiful? I mean, I was just so taken aback by it and thought, I need I need to teach myself how to do that so that I can teach you guys how to do that. Because would that not be out of this world fantastic? So this is where I am. And just to explain, let's see if we can get a little, there we go, a little bit closer. I'm going to try and keep this in the frame while I stitch and speak to you at the same time. But let me, before I do that, I recorded a little bit of a video of the different types of stitching you can do in this style. So let me run that. There we go. Is it not absolutely gorgeous. I was just, as I said, taken aback by how beautiful it is. You know, yes, counter cross stitch is my big go-to um, comfort zone. But there are times, and this would be one of them, where going outside your comfort zone and doing something different is just a lot of fun. I was just so impressed by this. And look at all the things that you can do. I mean, I ran, you guys know I like to do hard hanger, and this just, oh, look at that. Look at that. And I'll show you my very first attempt was right here. So when I saw this picture, I thought, oh, Karen, your first attempt was not too bad. Not that that one's bad, because it is tricky. It is very tricky. What's tricky about it is your tension, getting the tension so that all those, let's see if I can make this bigger, so that all those buttonhole stitches lay, there we go, lay evenly, okay? And what my difficulty at this point is with this piece is if you look at the centers on each side where the woven bars are, not the buttonhole stitch decorations in each square, but look at the middle of each side where the buttonhole bars join, you'll see some places where they're just not laying flat the way they should be. So that part is a bit of a challenge for me. Now, I did find, well, I did get one book, and that basically, this is called Reticello embroidery, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I did find a book that shows the path, or how to come up with the path of how you're going to stitch those buttonhole bars. But I also, there is another way to do this. Instead of doing it on the fabric like I'm doing it, they do it on, it gets, your foundation gets laid on and tacked onto a piece of cardboard or mylar or something stable, and you work the stitches that way, and then you cut it off of that. So that would maybe be used for cuffs or collars or edging on a piece where you didn't want fabric, you just wanted lace. So, but I wanted it in my hard hanger, so that's why I'm trying it this way. So the first thing that, from what I could tell, and seriously, folks, I have been just, I couldn't really find any written instructions. Well, I do have a book coming, so hopefully that is going to give me a better idea of, am I doing it right? Did I figure it out right, or am I doing it wrong? But the first thing I did is I laid my four-sided stitch around the perimeter of the area that I want my design to be. Now, this is again an assumption because I don't really know if I'm doing this right or not. I was just looking at pictures. I did find a couple videos on YouTube that I watched, and it seemed to me that your number of four-sided stitches needs to be an uneven number if you're running bars that you're going to wrap like this. okay? Because you need one, which is your corner four-sided stitch, which would be this one. Pardon my shaky hands. This one. Then I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7. And then it was my bars. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it was my corner. Now, the reason there was 7 is because this bar, this four-sided stitch right before your corner takes up the space for the satin stitches that then go on the inside of the four-sided stitch. Now, I found several things that you can do depending on what you want to do. I chose to leave 2 blank threads and then go over 2 threads with just a plain satin, like you make your cloister blocks, satin stitches. Only I just ran it the whole length here. The other thing you could do is do the satin stitches over all 4 threads, which is another option that I saw. And the third option that I saw is you could do buttonhole stitches along here. Instead of satin stitches, you could cover these with buttonhole stitches. Now, and the reason you put these in is because just like in Hardanger, you're going to cut these threads away here and here so that you get the windows. Okay. Then what I'm doing is I'm just about done. I'm going to wrap the rest of this just like I do when I'm doing Hardanger embroidery. And again, what I'm finding is the biggest thing is to manage your tension. Even when you're wrapping the bars, just like even like when we do in Hardanger and you're wrapping bars, you want to keep your tension as even as you can, because you just want it to look nice and pretty. At least I want it to look nice and pretty. So I'm just going to wrap till I get to the end. Now, the one thing, and I don't know if that's going to be enough thread or not. The one thing that's different, and I would say it can be different in Hardanger also, is, all our stitching in the cross stitch world is, oh, the shorter your thread, the better. Okay. Nothing over, they don't recommend, they being the infamous they, don't recommend anything over 18 inches because your thread will wear. And yes, that's true. It will. So I am going to end this thread and then I'm going to start with a new piece. Okay. In this embroidery, what I have read is keep your pieces long. And then you're going, oh my God, why would you do that? Your thread's going to ruin. Well, think about this. First and foremost, when you're doing your design that I'm going to put in these windows, you don't want to run out of thread in the middle of it because anchoring it can become a problem. It can be done, but it may be a bit of an issue or a challenge. So firstly, you want to have enough thread to do the entire design that you put in each window. Okay. That being said, think about the difference between this style of embroidery and take our counted cross stitch, for example, as a good example. When you're stitching your cross stitch, where's your thread going? Your thread's going through your fabric, right? The thread is, because it has no choice but to rub against the fabric. Okay, so every time you go up or down and pull your thread through, you have the friction from the fabric. Okay, that friction can cause your thread to wear. Okay, so you want shorter pieces. Now, think about this. I'm going to put a design in here in this first window. Okay, what's my thread going through? Hmm. Hmm. It's not. It's every stitch is not going through fabric. Every stitch is going through, with the exception of where you anchor things. It's going through thin air. Therefore, logically thinking, your thread's not going to wear like it does when you're doing counted cross stitch. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a place here, and I'm going to start a thread. And I'm starting the threads just like I would if I was doing a piece of hard hanger. Now, I drew myself a little reference as to how I want to stitch this or what my way of stitching this will be. So let's see. I want okay, I'm going to be down here at the middle. No. Okay. See, this is where okay. I want my arch to be here. So I am going to arch to be here. Yeah, so I need to be down here at my center bar. Okay, because my arch is going to come out from the middle. All right, so I am going to come up in this corner. Oops, sorry. I'm going to come up in this corner. And I should change my needle to a sharper needle. I had one here, but I must have misplaced it. Okay, and now I'm going to lay my thread to this corner. So that's one thread. That's once. Okay. I'm going to go down again. And this is twice. So I don't want to pull it. I got to change my needle. Hold on. This is a learning process for all of us. I'm teaching myself how to do this while you guys are watching me flub up. I need a sharper a sharper needle that will accommodate what I'm using here, because this is 40 count fabric. Yes, I'm a wackadoodle. This is 40 count fabric, so I am using size 12 pearl cotton. Okay. No, let's do this again. Okay, this is point A. I'm going to take my thread down here to point B. And then I'm going to bring it back to point A. And I don't want it tight because I want it to be able to create an arch. Now that is a little looser than maybe it should be. Okay. But I want it to be able to create an arch. Give it a little more. And now I want to go back to point B again. So the foundation threads that we lay 3 of them. Okay. And now, yeah, that will be a nice, elegant sufficiency, I believe. I have to look at the picture. I should have printed my picture off so I could see it. Okay, that's not the one I... Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's good. So now what I want to do is maybe just... Here we go. Okay, now what I want to do is a buttonhole stitch across these laid threads. So now this is where I have had, first of all, getting the direction that's going to be comfortable, and then getting the stitches to lay evenly. And to get it flat here at the join. That's been my issue. I do want to watch the time. I don't want to be... This is going to take a while. Okay. So it's just a matter of trying to keep your tension the same and not pull every stitch too tight as you work across this bar. Okay, hopefully if I get out of the frame, I do apologize in advance for that because this is a little tricky. And I'm not comfortable with it enough yet to put it on a stand. Okay, that's not too bad. So you just keep working. I think once you get past the very beginning, from what I did before, once I got past the very beginning of the bar, I was able to manage it a bit better. And then you have all this extra fabric here that you kind of get caught on. But what I have found the trick to be is just really a matter of maintaining a consistent tension. But I have enjoyed practicing stitching it. And really, it's not something that you're going to rush to do. You just take, now those are looking pretty good. First, you take your time. It takes practice. Now, I think I could have probably tightened these foundation threads up a little bit, but this will be okay. Yeah, it's going to take practice, 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 practice. Not something that you can rush through. At least so far, that's been what I'm finding. And like I said, this is all, I'm sorry, I keep moving. And actually, I'm almost wishing I would have put it in a smaller hoop yet. Because my hand isn't quite large enough. But yes, I'm liking that much better than my first attempt. And like I said, this, because I started with 40 count fabric, I am using size 12 pearl cotton. Honestly, I don't, for practice purposes, I don't think I would go finer than 40 count. I don't think I would even, well, I don't know. I'm not going to say never. Never. I will never say never because I've made a liar out of myself on several occasions by doing that. And I think here the trick also is don't overfill. Now see how it's starting to flip this way already? That's been my challenge, to try and keep it from not doing that. And because I'm having to hold this a little bit differently, I can see where my stitches are getting a little inconsistent. So I am going to try and take this right up onto, and again, these are just things I'm trying and work out a way of preventing it from flipping like that. Okay, maybe I can do one more in there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, because I have to now do the same thing on this side, I'm going to try and tack this so that that lays flat. See, the more you practice, the better it gets. So the word of the day is practice, practice, practice. So there's the first part. Now we're going to run 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. This was A and B. Now we're going to go B to C. So I make my own letters here. So this is the first pass. I hope I left myself enough thread. Okay. And we're going to come back here to this one. So that's the second pass. And we're going to go back here to this. That makes it 3 passes. And now we're going to work back again. Tighten this up just a little bit. We go, yeah, that's about the same. So now we're going to work back again towards this point. Except, okay, now I have to get the right angle because our buttonhole edge needs to be over here. So we have to work this way. And I want to get that up as far as I can to try and keep it flat. Okay. Maybe by going like this, it will be better. See, this is a lot of twisting and turning and finding the way that you can execute the stitches in a degree of comfort. There's one. Okay, we're going to work. I'm going to work from what I could figure out. And again, this may not be totally equal, even Stevens, because again, I'm teaching myself. You guys are watching me teach myself. So I'm going to wrap half of this. Here we go. Like I said, the whole key is tension. I hope you guys can see this okay. Now I can hear some of you going, oh my God, that's too tedious for me. And you know what? It's not for everybody. It is not for everybody. Just wackadoodles like me who think they have to absolutely try everything. Well, not everything, but everything that makes you go, But the bottom line here is you are never too old to learn something new. And isn't that part of what keeps us younger, is to continually try and find something new to learn? I said, I've never done this style of embroidery before. Now I'm going to just do this buttonhole stitch yet. Now, you remember from the design, there was a bar that went from here to here. So at this point, I'm going to go 1, right here. Okay, so that's, lay that flat, 1, and go a twisted thread. Hold on. Gotta untwist and go back over, so that makes 3 passes. This is when this embroidery is a bit like a puzzle. Okay. Okay. And let's just widen that out a little. Loosen that up a little bit. Okay. And again, we're going to buttonhole this. There's the first one. And the second one. And the third one. Maybe we'll get this done. At least this one window. You know what? I am doing this the wrong direction. But that's okay. I should have gone like this. I should have taken these into the center. But you know what? It's okay. Because do you know what? If you make a mistake, and this is wrong, which it is, it's backwards. I should have gone from here to here, not here to here. Silly me. But all I have to do is clip these threads that go into the corners, and this whole thing comes undone. Frogging is so simple. But what I would do here, if it was going the right way, is take this into the center, back out to here. When this bar is halfway wrapped, back to the center, and then buttonhole from here to here. Okay, only you have to think about this backwards. But that's the general gist of things, of how you do this. And again, I'm just learning and teaching myself. And hopefully at some point, I will be able to master it and maybe teach all of you. So I wanted to at least introduce you to it. At least I'm going to take this apart and redo it. But if there is an interest, please do let me know so that I can perfect it myself a little bit better, so that at least I can make some videos then of sharing the basics with you on how to do this. So I hope you, even though I goofed it up, but my buttonhole stitches are looking a whole lot better. So I hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, if it's something that interests you, let me know. And we'll look at doing some teaching videos on this. So before we leave today, you saw on the thumbnail of the video that there were some unclaimed prizes from the 15,000 subscriber giveaway. My guess is they were probably not subscribed. I don't know. Maybe they were and they just never rechecked, came back and checked. Because if you all remember correctly, I was not going to chase after people. It was the person's responsibility, and still is, to contact me with their information so that their prize can be given to, or their winnings can be given to them. And there were two that did not happen. So I have spun the wheel again in order to give away these prizes. So the first one that was not claimed was package number 10. And in package number 10, it was, oh, that's upside down. Turn it the right way, Karen. The Jane Thomas 1822 sampler. Oh, this one's, oh, Breath of Winter by Heaven and Earth Designs. Dancing Deer by Cherish Stitches. And a floss organizer. This is like the ones by Bags Plus, but it is not made by Bags Plus. This will hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking this is going to hold at least 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to hold at least enough for one Heaven and Earth design. So, and I think I threw in this little, oh, there's not a picture of it, but it is a little ladybug chart and some charms. So that is winner number 10, who did not claim her prize. And the deadline for that was yesterday. So that was like a 2.5 week deal. So here is, oh, I got to go over to this screen. Hold on. We don't want to do that one yet. Number 10. So the new winner for number 10, pardon that, it was Star J with the first spin, but she has already won. So we spun again. And the winner for number 10 is Michaela. Congratulations. I'm so glad you won. And I will see that you just contact me with your address and I will get it out in the mail to you as soon as I can. And then you guys, somebody missed out on one heck of a bargain. Wheel number 12 was for the Craft Optics $100 gift certificate. I had 3 of them to give away. 2 of them were claimed. The third one was not claimed. So I am respinning, and some lucky person is going to get a $100 gift certificate for the Craft Optic classes, which are these with the now this is the WOW package. So the WOW package is the glasses, the loops, and the light. Okay, so there were people that I'm sure would have had it, and somebody missed out on a great prize. So I am going to spin again for $100 gift certificate to Craft Optics. Here it goes. Susan Taylor, congratulations. Please get a hold of me. My email will be in the drop-down box. It's always in the drop-down box. It is a digital gift certificate, so send me the email. Therefore, I have your email, and I will email the gift certificate back to you. It's just a matter of then you call Craft Optics, place your order. Chances are you will be talking to Lynn, who is fabulous to work with. She will walk you through the whole process of ordering your glasses. And let me tell you, you will not regret it. You will probably do the same thing as I said and go, I should have had these years ago. They are wonderful. The other winner and some other people that I know that have bought them have just been so thrilled with their purchase. So, congratulations. Get a hold of me. I will get the gift certificate to you. And then I will also be letting Lynn know who the winner of this certificate is. It's just an added precaution. We don't want people saying they got a gift certificate when they didn't. So I will be letting Lynn know that you are a winner. Contact me. I'm going to say Michaela and, oh gosh, I just forgot who that winner was. Susan. I will give you, let's see, the date today is the 20th. I will give you till the end of the month, October 31st, happy Halloween, to contact me with your information to get these prizes out to you. Again, if I do not get contacted, I will redraw again on the 31st. Okay? So there you have it. I hope all of you enjoy. As I said, my contact information will be in the drop-down box. And I think that will about do it for today. So all of you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.